And this is
John.
and this is Candid Conversations with the brothers. This is episode 7. I think we're gonna go with 7. Let's go with 7. I'm gonna go with 7.
We're killing it.
I think it is 7. What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Same shit, different day here, guys. We're just trying to get through the days as we always discuss. So without further ado, let's just get right into the episode. You guys know the script. You guys know what it's about. And let's get started with vent session, starting with John. So, John,
what's been going on with me?
Yes.
I think my vent, well, not that I think this is my vent session, there's no thinking about it, but you know, guys, you know, without getting too deep, you know, everybody deals with, you know, family shit. You know, I don't think anybody is safe from family issues and things that they have to grow up with. I mean, you know, I grew up with kind of an abusive, an abusive alcoholic father. And I guess my vent is that, you know, we can't allow our family, right, to, they have a feeling of sculpting of who we are and how we do things, but, you know, there was always something my dad used to say, and now, like, you know, he never wanted to be like his dad, and he was exactly like his father, you know, my grandfather. And, you know, when I was, you know, gonna have a son, I, like, super promised myself, you know, that I would not ever be like him, you know, and, you know, a lot of recent stuff has been happening with my dad as of late, but, we don't have enough time for all that, but, you know, it's like I guess it was a reminder for me that, like, I did what I said I was gonna do. One, I was not gonna be like him, right? And I'm never gonna be like him. And I'm gonna make sure that my son, you know, gets the loving father that he deserves, right? So again, what am I venting about? I'm venting about, like, you know, I know a few of you out there, you know, I've talked to a few of you kids out there, and I know sometimes the relationship of parents is, like, a little bit teeter-tottery, and I just, you know, want to send out to you that, like, to continue to be strong, continue to be who you are. You know, sometimes our parents don't always get us, you know, or have the patience to get us, or are abusing things that we may not know in the moment, but then grow up and find out, you know. I always knew, you know, but, you know, I just, you know, it's just, I guess, a testament to all you guys out there that, like, as long as you stay true to who you are, you stay strong, you don't allow it to sway you in any way, you don't allow that negative being, whether that be your father, your mother, your uncle, whoever was raising you, you know, to not allow you to be like, this is who I have to be because this is how I was raised. You know, I take such pride in being patient and being loving to my son, who, like, can be a lot sometimes. And, you know, for the parents out there, I know it's tough. You know, we have a super hard job, and, like, still trying to find out who we are and make sure that we're happy, to make sure that our kid is taken care of, and, you know, finding balance with work and our social life, and still trying to be a person and still, you know, try to be the best parent you could be out there. You know, this job is not easy. You know, I say it all the time, it's the best, worst thing to ever happen to me, and I mean that with my whole heart. You know, being a parent is a tough job. But I do take such pride, and it's work. It's a lot of work to continue to be who I am and how I conduct myself. But I just want you guys to be, you know, strong out there, whatever you're going through with your family, you know, whether it's in an abusive, or, you know, whether they're abusive physically or emotionally, or they abuse some sort of alcohol or drugs. Like, you know, we try to keep a lot of things in home, you know, with things like that. Because, like, you know, the people who know my dad out there would never know who he was, right? And, like, you know, I know a different person. So I say this to you guys, that, like, you know, don't allow, you know, like, your parent to persuade you to be just like you know, don't allow the shitty, unfortunate luck of the draw, right, to allow you then to be, you know, abusive in other ways, right? So, like, you know, I never hit my son. I don't yell at my son. I don't. And you know, when it comes to alcohol, like, I drink, but I don't ever drink to get drunk. You know, I haven't been drunk in many moons, many moons, right? So, because I know that it's in my genes to be like that alcoholic, right? So I still try to find balance within that, right? So I say this to say that, like, you know, and I said, I think in this last episode, and I've said it, I feel like in a few, like, sometimes we could be our own worst enemy. So always remember to look, at yourself in the mirror, when you're getting ready in the, in the morning or the afternoon or whenever you have to go out or go to work, and, just really look at yourself and be proud of who you are. And if you're not, like, change that, because I refuse to ever be like my dad. I refuse to be angry. I refuse to be unhappy. I refuse it. Right? And I refuse a person like him to persuade what my life is going to be, right? So, my vent is just like, again, I've been going through a lot, like, emotionally with my own family, and it sucks. I mean, it is what it is, but I know, like, who's important within my family, and I know who I'm going to stick by and who I'm going to protect and who I'm going to continue to be that person for everybody else, So,
yeah.
That's my vent.
I think specifically when it comes to family, guys, it's just rough because we're born into this world. We don't have a choice, right? So based on who our parents are, a lot of their ways that could be positive or negative kind of gets instilled in our bodies and who we are, just
sure.
as creatures, right?
For sure.
But it's important. I can personally relate to that because neither of my parents were very abusive. They were never abusive in the light that some of the things and traumatic experiences that he's dealt with. But in my family, though, I did deal with certain family members dealing with alcoholism and a lot of things that would occur in the household when I was a child. And it's rough because, like he just said, there was a moment when I said to myself, like, I never wanted to be like that. I never wanted to have those type of those moments and those outbursts and that type of reaction and stuff like that. And like he just said too as well, like, he didn't allow that to consume him. And I think that's important for anyone out there who, once again, life, you never know the cards that you're going to be dealt with and when you're going to get the cards that you're being dealt with. I think that's the key. It's the when, right? Because based on what he's going through, I'm sure he never imagined being 33, dealing with a certain situation occur, and then now him having to show up and be present even more so now for, like, his mom or, like, other family members and stuff, just based off of what he's going through. So, like, life is literally like a curveball, and you have to take it. I keep saying this, I know it's cliche, like, every single day, and you can't allow the negativity that I think could be based in a family household or even in any situation to consume and let that be part of who you know you're not naturally, and you can't allow that to consume you. It's kind of like poison seeping through your body, and kind of like, think of like a Jean Grey Dark Phoenix situation. Like, Jean Grey was always pure, but she had Dark Phoenix would take over, and like that wasn't who she really, really was. Another example, WandaVision from this Doctor Strange. When she became Scarlet Witch, she was fucking horrifying. Like, she was so evil. Like, she was so evil, and all she saw was one thing, and she wasn't allowing herself to see anything else. And if you guys remember that scene where Professor X got into her mind for like 30 seconds and was trying to pull her out, and I thought it was so cool because the purities of it, this is maybe like a geek artistic quality I love that probably someone else had. The entire background and screen was white, and they were pulling her out from the thing, and you saw this red smoke coming from behind. It was consuming the screen, and then like Professor X was done. You know what I'm saying? So like, you guys should have seen the movie by now. I'm sorry if I spoiled it.
You gotta watch
I'm
it.
sorry.
Watch it. It's really good.
And it was just
really
like, it was
good.
just really good. There's so many different symbolisms there too. So like, all to say, I agree with him. Like, don't allow this to really like eat you up, guys, because you can't allow like shit like this to occur, because you're gonna have to navigate it in some way or form, whether it's with family, friends, love, whatever. Do not allow the energy or the mishaps of other people's misfortunes consume you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So good man, bud. Good man. My vent is talking in correlation to just how can I explain this? Let's just go. It's once again in the terms of value, but it's value in another aspect. So I want you guys, parents more so, right? I want you to start making good decisions. I guess we can call it that. Good decision making, okay? The decisions that we inevitably make, guys, is important because it sets the standard to the type of future you want to have. I want you to rewind that because that is a key phrase that you need to keep in mind, okay? You have to start to, you guys can, honestly, I know I sound funny, but like the decisions that you guys inevitably make are key to how you want the rest of your life to be. So for instance, and I'm not going to, I'm gonna talk about this not so much in dance terms. So yesterday, I forgot to tell him this because I didn't talk to him last night. So last night, I found out that there's an employee, John, that was forging credit card slips. So let's say you, so wait, so let's say you left 10 on the credit slip. He or she would put in like that to make the 1 a 4. So now he got a $40 tip. Okay, that's one scenario. Totally not gonna get caught, but that's a bad decision, right? Okay, I'm gonna go back into the studio world of things. You guys decide to hire people that are literally swindling you, and because you like the name behind whatever, right? But then you're not getting any type of foundational or any type of training for your kid to excel in and grow as dancers. But the reason why you guys are focusing in on this person is because they are a hot commodity or they're a hot name. But then 6 months down the line, you talk about how that was the worst decision you've ever made. Once again, a bad decision. Stupid and blind. So perfect. Let's go back to the last episode. So I always do a full circle. I want people to start making better decisions, just in general, guys. And there comes a point where you have to grow up and you need to do your research and you just have to really ask yourself whether the decision that you're making in the moment is the right one. And that's the issue. It's the moment. You guys make these unconscious decisions that feel good, but then inevitably you regret, and then I hear about it. So the incident with this particular person at the restaurant, like, that was a horrible decision, and now you're going to be perceived and looked at from other restaurants that you try to apply to now because of the fact of you making a dumb decision. Like, you didn't think that you were going to not get caught? Like, I'm confused. This goes out to my friend. This is another person I know. He's married, right, to a woman, but then likes having relations with men. You didn't think you were going to get caught? Like, you didn't think, like, horrible decision. Studio director, you hire someone to do a solo. Everyone who's seen the solo thought it was terrifying. You
still paid for it.
You still pay for it. Bad decision.
When you knew it was bad.
Actually, I think going into it, I think going into it, they thought this was going to be amazing.
Got it. Noted.
So my thing is guys, is like, we have to start making better decisions. And I think I want people to start being more aware of what, like, the decisions that you're making. Like, stop it. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I know we're young. Actually, I don't know. Well, okay, yeah. When I was young, I made dumb decisions too. Okay, and it's fine. It's part of the growing process.
Don't make continuous bad decisions.
But don't continue it, because the more you continue a decision that is bad, it's gonna keep reoccurring. The minute you nip that in the butt and God realizes you make the right decision, you're gonna start to realize that those habitual type of instances or occurrences stop happening, because you like, God's like, okay, I think I've tested him a lot, or I've tested her a lot, and she keeps passing now. So I'm gonna desist this and let you evolve. And I think it's all about evolution. Like, guys, it's important for you guys to learn from your mistakes and grow from them. Because if you keep doing dumb shit, you can't expect those people who are trying to help you to kind of like stick around and just stay there. Because, like, you're shooting yourself in the butt at that point, and it's just not wise. It's just not wise, friends. And like sometimes I don't know what else to say to you guys in those three instances, because like most of you guys know what you're doing is wrong too. Like there's right and wrong for a reason, friends. There's right and wrong. I need you to really gain sense of that aspect of right and wrong, and just like learn from your shit, please.
That's solid.
Like
That's solid.
like those three instances, like I tell them about a lot of different things, but like the decisions that people make sometimes for me is just like I don't understand it. And he's the type of person that has to understand something, but I've like, and I am too. No, I am too,
Yeah.
but like I just.
Yeah. Well, we always say it, like how we're trying to make fucking something make sense when it's not supposed to make sense.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not.
You know, some people always try to find excuses for other things too. And like again, it's not about being perfect, because like I can tell you right now, I'm not perfect and I make plenty of mistakes. But like when it comes to like again, just like I don't know, why do people have to do like it's all for like, you know, we can make a mistake, but then we should learn from that mistake, right? It's like it's the I mean, you say it all the time, it's the habitualness of things. Like it's the constant people, the people that have to constantly lie. Why are you telling 6 different people different lies, as if the 6 people aren't gonna all talk and discuss your lie?
Or somehow it's gonna come back together.
Yeah,
and
like
then, yeah.
you know, you can only do certain things but for so long.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
100%.
come on, like I don't know.
Yeah.
So fucking do better, you know.
I just want you guys to start like, and I guess if we're really gonna make this worldly, like if you do the right thing in this world, in some way that might help someone else too, right? Because sometimes the decisions we make are very selfish. So then when we make those selfish those decisions in the moment, it's because we want it, we crave it in the moment, not realizing the effect that it could potentially have on, let's say, like our own children. If I was a parent and I just like this choreographer just because, or like, you know, if I'm the guy that I'm talking about who has a wife, like, and I wanted something to happen with another man, like I'm being selfish in that moment because I feel as though that person that I'm with, I don't care how they feel about me. I don't care what happens. I just know that something is about to go down. So in that moment, you're being selfish.
Yeah, you want that instant
You want
that good feeling.
you
want
know,
that
like
good time for 12
for
minutes.
12 minutes, and then when you're driving home, you feel horrible about it, and you start questioning, like, did I make the right decision? And that's when you inevitably know you did not make the right decision. You shouldn't have done it. Same thing with the person at the restaurant. That felt good in the moment because you were so upset at the fact that you were not getting tipped. So in that moment, something went over you when you said, I'm going to get my money, and you just do it. But what is the long haul?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Long haul. Yeah.
So
there's no longevity and shit like
there is. So like, inevitably, guys, the decisions, like I said, that you make will have like an effect, and it's gonna be a cycling effect. So just do good. Do
Stop
right.
looking for the short game of things. Nothing lasts short.
Nothing.
You gotta go for the long term. You have to have patience and you have to have good work ethic. And I truly believe this. I tell them all the time. As long as you keep doing what you're supposed to do and you find consistency in that, because I love routine, you find consistency in doing the right thing, you find consistency in doing the right thing,
this guy's
you will be rewarded. You will.
Yeah.
But, you know, nobody wants to do the long haul. Everybody wants, you know, this person that made, what, $500 now has a bad reputation and probably will never be hired again anywhere. For $500, like, what is that?
Literally dumb. He's literally dumb.
You know?
Literally dumb.
Yeah,
But yeah.
there you go. There's your bet.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Next up, we're gonna continue with competition culture.
yes.
There's a lot of things going on right now in freaking the world, but like, I don't want to talk about. He probably doesn't know any of this, but like, I don't want to talk about like. There's things that I could have potentially talked about, like the whole his name, I can't think of his name now. He's an actor on Broadway. There was someone who had a phone.
There's a Johnny Depp thing that's going on.
And Johnny
too,
Depp
with
and
his
Amber
fucking
Heard, like
crazy
she's crazy.
ex-wife.
I could have talked about that. I could have talked about the whole someone brought a phone in a Broadway show. He's part of he's naked. It's a full frontal scene. It's like a shower scene, and all the men are naked. Apparently, there was someone who had their camera phone out. So now they're about to like restrict like people watching on the phones. Like, I could have talked about all of this. There's certain things in pop culture that are I don't even want to say interesting, but I could have talked about. But this is going to specifically be about competition, things that we see in the culture that we feel necessarily need to be changed. Yeah. So, John, what are you feeling?
I don't think this is the wrong. Well, no, I don't think you could take it the wrong way. But I feel like we're going to compete, right? We're going to compete, which means we're going to go against people, right? I just it
boggles your mind.
Yeah, I guess it confuses me. If we're going to competition, why do we need a beginner level? Why do we need intermediate level? Why do we need advanced level? Why do we need a rec thing? Why do we need a shooting star, rising star, all star? Why do we need all these
Pluto,
weird
all
words
these weird,
to just give what? All right, so what? I won in the beginner level. I was the only one in the beginner level. I get a first place trophy, a banner, this or that. I get the same banner as the people in advance that have to go against 50 numbers, and I went against myself and won, and I got a gold and won. They got, a triple platinum diamond and also won, but we get the same banner, the same recognition, the same this and that.
Guys,
for me, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, I think competitions, and I understand the mechanics of making money in business.
The business
I
of
get it, and
yeah.
that's what sometimes irks me, and I get it. I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But for me, if you're asking my fucking opinion, okay, which don't mean shit to me, but it means something. Well, it means something to me. It don't mean shit to everybody. But at the end of the day, like, if you're going to compete, I feel like these competitions need to figure out a different way again to where it's like, make it make sense to the kid. That beginner level kid now thinks he or she is a fucking star, right? And then you come into our class, and then I have to bring you down to reality, and then I'm the mean person because that person said you're a winner, and I say you need a lot more work, right? So, like, for me, like, again, it's that healthy balance of, like, I take my education very seriously of me being an educator, and it's just like, it's super tough when these competitions break everything down and things like that happen to where it's like, it's a little frustrating. I mean, is it great for the kid to be a winner? Great. I mean, it sucks because everybody has to be a winner now, but like I understand the times have to change and things have to change, but like, for me, like, if you're going to compete, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, if you're going to compete, that means you have that confidence, or you want to find out where you stand maybe with other people, then everyone's on the same playing field. Yeah. Should it be divided into age groups a little bit? I don't mind the average of things. I mean, some people cheat where, like, you put an 18-year-old with a bunch of 10-year-olds and you average out to 10 to 12 and like whatever. But like, for me, it's like, if you're going to compete, you're going to compete. There shouldn't be no beginner, intermediate level, advanced level, rec level, whatever the level is. You compete to compete.
And some people don't even need to be in an intermediate level. Like, I feel like, from what I see, okay.
Oh yeah, you're doing like a triple backflip, and you could turn 6 times and you're an intermediate. Why?
Yeah, like, apparently, okay, so based on the number of hours that the student spends at the studio determines what.
Depends, because some competitions do that, and there's other competitions where it depends on how many dancers you're in. How does that?
What?
So how does that level out to your skill? So if I'm in 8 numbers, or if I'm in 12 numbers, 12 is advanced, 8 is intermediate.
I can't.
Make it make sense.
I can't. I need to self figure out. Like, I don't get it.
There's gotta be better mechanics.
I don't care. And like, honestly, guys, I'm gonna burst your bubble. If you're in a category by yourself and you get a banner, you didn't win.
You didn't.
You're competing against yourself.
Yeah, you didn't win. You didn't win.
You're competing against yourself. How did you win? Why are you competing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if everybody competes, everybody should be competing against each other. That's it.
Well, I'm still waiting for an answer, Jesus. I don't understand. Then I will never forget. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I take up the chase. Some of you kids get so excited that you beat yourselves.
Sound.
There's still silence for a reason. So I couldn't agree with you more. And once again, with my freaking Then can't. I can't. Guys, okay, so he actually spoke about this in like episode 1 because I just rewatched a lot of them, but like I'm gonna go a little bit further and maybe sound a little bit mean. Okay. Hip hop. Please stop entering routines that are not hip hop routines.
Stiff.
Choreographers, studio directors, I'm going to please, I'm begging, and I don't beg at all. I'm begging you to please do your research on what you're entering as hip hop. Please. There is so much more to hip hop than the stiff kickball change, pump,
thrust.
Using all his, I'm like guys, it kills my soul, guys, because like you know what's happening every time, or isn't this like a new thing now too?
Yeah, dude.
Or it's like this and this and boom, 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 and ha! Like, guys, please. Like, please. Guys, for someone who studied in hip hop, or both of us who really like, that's like my genre, right? Like, it goes like hip hop, street jazz, and I really do love contemporary. Those are my top 3. But like, my thing, guys, is like, you gotta do better, guys, because like if he's judging you, or like God forbid I'm judging you, like I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna get a good score. Because what's happening for me, and it's offensive for other hip hop choreographers and teachers, is it looks like a lot of the routines that are hitting the stage are pieces that we think like are hip hop.
They're choreographed by your ballet teacher.
They're choreographed by teachers who don't have a full understanding of what hip hop is, and it's offensive. It's offensive because
it's important now, man.
It's important for you to know exactly what style you're doing, and everyone shouldn't be getting everyone should be learning and really trying to get the grasp on what hip hop is, which is fantastic, but don't compete in it then yet. Wait until you're really nurtured in it and then compete in it. And like I just find it to be so frustrating, John. Like to see some of this stuff. It's horrifying.
It's even worse when you get beat by it.
Oh my God, please don't get me started.
Which
and you know what's funny too, competitions, is you guys like that generic hip hop that's not hip hop.
Because they deem it inappropriate if it's rap.
Like I don't understand, and then
it's sexualized in some sort of way, but like in jazz you could be butt naked.
Mind you, a lot of these like the costumes,
which I'm great. I mean, I love jazz. I'm
like jazz and contemporary. Like jazz and contemporary costumes and like what they do in the play and how they kind of get playful and all this other movement. Like it's great. The minute it's in a hip hop routine, it's inappropriate. It's totally inappropriate. But that's another topic too. But like my thing for me. Guys, please, what you're presenting on that stage that you guys deem as hip-hop, please do better. Please do better. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Please fucking do better. I never curse. But, like, it's getting horrifying. And rule of thumb, if I see a whole hip-hop routine with nothing but tricks, that is not a hip-hop routine. Please put that in acro. Or put that in open. I think you guys should be using the open category a little bit more. I'm going to say it again. I think you guys need to be using the open category. It's there for a reason. Put it in open. You want to call his routines jazz? Put your hip-hop routines in open.
Or cheerleading.
Or pom-pom.
Pom-pom.
Okay?
There's a lot of things you can do.
Do you understand? I'm going to talk like John. Do you understand? I want you guys to see the sun. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
What a glow.
Put your shit in open. I'm done. Do you have anything you have to say?
No, that was beautifully said. I couldn't agree more with you.
God, I can't. Please. All right, we're going to move on. Wow, that's been a half an hour already. Jesus. All right, guys.
Simon, we're killing it.
We're going to go into Q&A. 4 questions. Let's get it popping. Let's get it going.
Oh, I love the question.
Right. First question. This is pretty easy. Okay, John. This is the both of us. Would you rather get back together with your first ex or give up your social media forever?
That's easy. Bye-bye, social media. That for me, like,
I don't.
you're gonna get back with your first ex?
I don't want to get.
Ew.
I don't want to get back with him.
I'm good.
I don't want to get back with him. He was
Wait, so
hard.
do I have to get back with my ex, or do I have to give social media? So
No,
if I pick social media, then I'm not getting back with my ex?
No, if you pick social media, then you're not getting back with your ex. If you pick your ex, you're giving up social media.
Oh, okay. I understood that wrong.
No. I don't want to get back with it. No.
Okay. No, I'm not getting back with my ex. Oh, then I'm keeping my social media.
Yeah, that's what I'm
my
saying.
bad,
Like,
okay,
no. And then they want to know why. And they like, you don't have to get.
I mean, that's easy. I don't want to be with my ex. We're exes for reasons.
Love that. I mean, it's a very simple. Yeah, that's very.
I also don't love social media,
but I was just about to say that too. Like, you guys only gave us those 2 options because this person said that, like, we bashed social media, the episode where we were like, it's not real. So they were like,
it's not real.
Well, it's not real. Okay, we're gonna go with that. You're the same person that said that to us. We're not trying to be mean when we come back at you when we say that, but like, it's not real. However, your question to us, which is why I chose it, is because in me stating that just shows you where I'm at now. I'm in my 30s now, so for me to get back with my first ever, I'm a different person.
I can tell you right now, that girl looks gross. I'm good.
Like,
I'm good.
Like the first girl, Well, okay, girl that I ever dated, she looks like Dumbo, like she's not attractive at all. That's a big no for me. And the first guy that I ever dated in high school, like, no. He's dirty. They're both dirty, actually. So that's a big no. So I'll keep my social media. However, if I really, to be honest with you, I probably would have chose neither, to be honest with you. Because I'm telling you right now, the minute my social media gets hacked again, because I feel like it's going to, because everyone's getting hacked again, I'm done. Like, I'm not doing it. Because now you open up something from the actual live page of the person, it comes into your Instagram, they have complete control, they log you out. I don't have time. So if this happens to me again, because I personally got hacked before, I'm done. Like, I don't care about it. You just don't know what's going on in my life. Point blank, period. But yeah, that was that question. What is the funniest moment we've had together? I actually don't know the answer to this still.
The funniest?
Where, like, we were both uncontrollably laughing, like it was the best time, like that was like the best laugh. Okay,
I remember one good moment like that.
Where? When?
We were on we were shooting something. This was like a couple years ago. We were shooting something. I mean, whatever, I'll say it. But we were shooting something, and we were on your balcony. I don't remember what we were shooting. We were shooting something, and then we were just high afterwards, and we just sat there and laughed.
Okay, that was the moment that I was gonna bring up too.
Right? We just smoked.
No, I think that was the reintroduction. Because remember, I told you I smoked in college, and then you were like, "Okay, let's."
Let's forget. I mean, this is very long time ago.
This was like
thinking about it.
This was years ago.
Yeah. But
we were on my balcony.
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck it, let's just smoke and let's just." I don't know. We were just like, it was like a good,
I think I filmed that first moment.
Right?
Too.
Did we film that?
Yeah.
Like I just remember we were doing something on your balcony and we just smoked, and I don't know. I mean, if you want like a random funny moment, I think that's like a good random funny moment. That's like memorable. I feel like we always laugh and bullshit.
Yeah, like I think I know the type of laughter that I think maybe you're referring to is maybe like that uncontrollable, like it just came out of nowhere laugh. Like we laugh a lot, but we tend to laugh a lot like when we're high, like after we smoke, like we laugh like stuff that probably wouldn't have been that funny. It probably becomes like more funny.
The moment,
so it's like it's a drift, but like Yeah, I would probably have to say that moment, to be honest with you, for sure, 100% for sure.
Solid.
Yeah, that's
Solid.
solid. What's the biggest misconception people have about you, John?
Oh, that's easy.
With me, I think I say it a lot. I think the biggest misconception, I'm gonna go with two ways. One being a gay man, if you're straight, I think people when they see like the heels and they see um when they see the heels, when they see the nails, when they see, you know, maybe some of the outfits or whatnot, I think a lot of people's misconception of me from a physical standpoint is that he's like a fairy and that he's just extremely, extremely feminine. When in actuality, I'm a really good in between. Like, obviously, I have my moments when I'm really gay. I can say that because I'm gay. But then I also have my moments when um, I'm a dude too. So like I like that, and I feel like I always say that because then my choreography, I can dance girly as fuck, but then I can also hit like a hard routine too, and then just kill it. And I think I've always transcended that throughout life. So that's on a physical note. But then I also probably have to say, like, people think I'm just have like a resting bitch face. I'm mean. I'm evil. I'm the worst teacher ever. Um, yeah, I'm just a bitch. But I don't give a shit what y'all think about me because I'm not that way at all.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, solid. I think when people look at me, they either think that like I'm like this super arrogant prick, right? Like that I'm like super cocky and like,
Yeah.
you know, I definitely feel like people think that. I mean, maybe my outer appearance, like yeah, like I mean,
you have the
I'm a
tattoos.
Spanish-looking man, you know,
Yeah.
I got a lot of tattoos, you know, but you know, in all actuality, like I'm like a super introvert. If you knew me, you know, I'm like
No, he really is.
I'm actually really shy too when it comes to certain things. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I am confident like when I'm in my mode, like you know when I dance, like I am super confident and like I know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in like real terms, like I mean, I'm usually very like again I'm an introvert unless you really know me and I'm confident like comfortable around you, like then like you get to see who I am and like I'm silly and goofy and like I'm like sometimes an airhead like, but like you know I know from like the like if you don't know me and you're just basing me off of my look, like you're gonna say like this guy's like a player or this guy's this and this guy's cocky and probably ignorant and blah 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 blah, which is fine. Like I don't again like I'll piggyback off that. Like I don't really care. Never cared what anybody thought about me or how I dress or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna always be who I am. But you know, yeah, I just think that when people look at me, I think they just probably think I'm like super cocky.
Yeah. And like, I think that probably has to do with like I said, the way that you dress. You have a certain charisma about you too. So like, you know, when you walk into a room, like, and I think that goes for both of us though. Like, I think people confuse cockiness with like just being like comfortable and confident in who we are as people.
Yeah, no matter where we are.
And I think that's the
because a lot of people aren't like that, and
No.
a lot of people aren't okay with who they are. A lot of people can't, you know, wake up every day and be okay with who they are in their skin, you know.
Absolutely.
Which sucks, but that's
Absolutely.
personal problem.
Yeah. And our last question is, how do you two balance your personal and professional lives, and do they ever collide?
Yeah, I mean that's tough. It's tough to find balance sometimes, but we work a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Personally, I mean, okay, this is a great example. I would have loved for him, like, which I want to start off with a statement, like, I totally understand why he's not attending, because, you know, like, that just shows you how busy our lives are, and there's a mix between professional and personal, which is why, like, he's not going on vacation with me. But like, all to say that, like, it also has to do with timing, right? So sometimes in professional and personal lives, guys, my speaking for just me, professionally I work crazy days. It's most of the time it's like 12 to 16 hour shifts, and waking up at 4 and then working throughout the entire work week, and then still trying to find that moment to, you know, still, you know, hang out, and then even in doing this, we're hanging out, but it's still a work vibe. So it doesn't necessarily, like, there's a part of me too that also feels like, I look forward or long for the moment when we don't have to do this because this is part of our brand. But then it's also like, we don't really get much time to really go on vacation, and we have to kind of find those moments for ourselves to kind of fill those voids where, like, the moments when we are alone and it's a personal moment, like, we can get away. So that's to say that, like, I would have loved for him to join me next week and, like, just bask in that moment of just literally having a vacation. Because, guys, like, I have not had a vacation in over 2 years, and it's like, it's fantastic. It just, the thing that honestly, like, I'm really gonna try not to to just sit by a pool the whole time, but just the simplicity of sitting by a pool, you know what I'm saying, and having a drink and not having to think about what's right, not thinking about any columnists, not thinking about how to freaking crop this particular, like, this essay in the top right and make this color blue and then make that tab yellow, like, not having to worry about any, like, looking at any child dance. I love my students, sorry. Not having to think about a routine. Like, the beauty in that, you need a balance, and it is so key. And I am an advocate of being alone. Like, I don't have a problem with being alone. I don't have a problem hanging out by myself alone. I have a problem with going to a show alone. I don't have this, I don't have that. But to say that, like, it's rough, but honestly, I have to find balance. I really have to have balance because, like, I'm, like, messed up in the head a little bit as far as, like, like, with stuff. So, like, balance for me, and I stress it. I cannot say it. I like my me time. I like the time with my mom. I like the time with him. I long for, like, our Brody days, and I feel some kind of way when I don't have those things, because for me specifically, if I don't have those things on a consistent basis, I feel off. So I feel teetered. So then, like, like I said, next week's my birthday, guys, and then, like, like, next weekend we're doing, like, that's something I'm looking forward to, because, like, I don't remember the last time, like, I hung out with him, like, when it doesn't have to deal. Yeah, we're gonna see him. Like, I don't remember the last time I hung out with John when it wasn't anything related. Like, I honestly don't.
Yeah, for work.
It's always been like we go away for comp weekends, but like, and, like, I'm a weirdo. Like, yes, I'm hanging out with him, and yes, he's in my, like, we're in the same room together, we're chatting, but, like, there's work, but there's hanging out. So, like, we haven't hung out actually in, like, a long time, or we haven't gone on vacation in a long time. So, like, it's those things that I, like, look for. So, like, for me, the balance is it's rough, but, like, I'm a planner. I always try to plan things, like, 6 months in advance, and he's like, listen, dude, like, I know how you are, but, like, this is rough for me. Like, you already know, like, I don't even know what I'm gonna eat tomorrow, like, yada yada yada. But, like, it's so hard because I get excited, because it's like, I'm even thinking now, we go on, like, our trips, guys, Thanksgiving weekend, and I'm actually already thinking about it, and he would tell me to sit the fuck down because it's May. It's June, July, August. I'm already excited. It's 5 months away. But, like, that notion, knowing that, like, because we have a good time and we're not thinking about anything, and it's just, life's hard. So, like, yeah, it's just, I take it day by day, but I try to plan, and certain things that I can plan, I always throw his way, because I'm like, John, we have to start doing this. John, we have to start doing that. John, like, I want to go away. John, like, I'm going to bug him out. He doesn't know this. What is month is this, May? I'm going to bug him for, like, an August date, because I want to take a 3-day getaway at, like, a cute little cottage in, like, a cute Rhode Island, Maine vibe. And I don't even know if that's available in his schedule, but, like, I'm doing it because, like, I want to go. But, like, this man can never say I never think about him. I'm always like, John, you want to go away for like 2 days? No. 3 days. Are you available for 2 days, John? 2 days? Give me 2 days. 48 days? Like, I begged this man. I was like, 2 days? You want to go to Vegas for 2 days? Maybe. Yeah, I think maybe I could do it. Like, but it's hard. It's hard. So, like, yeah, that's my response to that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, this is a preface. I mean, whenever you're watching this, I mean, we already did all the things we're talking about, and we'll eventually talk about it.
Yeah.
Because, like, you guys aren't going to see this until, I don't know, July or whatever, August. Anyway.
Yeah.
But, it's tough. I would love to, like, pick up and just go when I can. But, like, when I think about, okay, like, I could take off of work, but then, like, all right, who's going to watch my son? Who's going to take my son here? Who's going to do this? And, it's, we always have, like, a lot going on. So aside from like work and finding balance in the personal life, it's always so hard.
And Noah, you're not gonna watch this, Noah, but when you get older, Noah, you can totally vibe and come on vacations with us.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, when we get there.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's tough. I think finding balance in life is gonna be tough from forever. You know, because so much unexpected things happen all the time, and
yeah, there's even like stuff
with
of,
you know,
like I'm lucky, like there's stuff with my mom going on too, guys, and it's like the fact that there's stuff going on with her, right, that she still wants her son to go out because she knows how important that is for me, and she knows that she'll be okay and that we'll keep in contact and yada yada. Like that also shows you that like some people in my position probably would have said, I don't know if this is the best time for me, you know, to do that. And that's the thing, like I didn't realize that a lot of this stuff with like my mom would actually be this way, you know what I'm saying? So like to have a mom there that's still like, don't worry, I'll be okay, just call me, FaceTime me, we'll chat, we'll talk, yada yada yada, whatever the case may be. Like it's, and even me going away, like it's funny because like being a weirdo again and me needing that consistency and me going to therapy and like her always saying like, you know, there's like a circle and like you need like that perimeter or whatever. Like in my mind, knowing that like I'm 3 hours behind now, so like when I go to Vegas next week and we always talk, right, in my mind I'm already scheduling to wake up earlier so that I could talk to him because I need that. Like I'm a weirdo. Like so when it's really 6 a.m. there, it's 9 a.m. here. So then, like, he gets off work. This is the first time I'm thinking about this. He gets off work at 10, right? So then at 7, I need to somewhat be available to talk. It might not be as long, but, like, just to feel like, you know, like, I'm still, like, I'm weird.
The routine pop.
Yeah, like, I just still need to, or if there's a morning when he's like, okay, are you free to talk or whatever, and I'm sitting by the pool. Perfect time to talk or something like that. You know what I mean? So, like, stuff like that. So I'm a weirdo, but like that just shows you how consistent I need things in my life. Some people don't need that
routine.
much.
Routine
you know,
is so important.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So so yeah, 100%. But yeah, I mean that's the best way we kind of balance it. Yeah.
Daily.
We just have to take it daily, and if you can plan something, plan it. But perfect. We hit our 50-minute mark, which always happens that way. Crazy.
Perfect. We killed it.
So yeah, this is, like I said, I believe this is episode 7.
Pretty sure this is episode 7. Almost at that 10 mark.
Yeah, we're almost at that 10 mark. The season's almost over. I know we take a long time doing these seasons, but
hey, it's okay.
But yeah, yeah, I think by the moment this one happens, nationals have already happened. I think our intensive will probably happen, and then yeah, I said this is coming out in August vibe. So then yeah, we're trying to do like a class. Yeah, we're doing the intensive in July, and then we're trying to do like a simple class in August. So
100%.
Details to come for that, 100%. And then fall will be here before you know it, guys. And yeah. But thank you guys for always tuning in. God willing, we'll still be here to do 2 more episodes, as I always say. And many blessings and positivity your way, friends. But yes, until next time, peace. And we'll see you soon, my friends.
Peace and love, y'all.
All right. Bye, guys.